Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's cHB, and coming at you with another competitive Historic Brawl video. It's Emry Lurker in the Loch. Emry Lurker in the Loch is one of the ultimate Paradox Engine combo variants that is out there. There are a lot of good Paradox Engine decks, but this one, of course, gets to run blue because Emry is blue, and blue is a very powerful color for so many reasons in Historic Brawl. And Emry goes semi-infinite, kinda quasi-infinite with all kinds of cards. Like, combining Emry with Paradox Engine, you can win the game with a ham sandwich, just about anything lying around. The most obvious one is like Chromatic Sphere, which if you have any mana rock and Emry and Paradox Engine, lets you draw your whole deck because you just sacrifice it, target it with Emry, cast it from the graveyard, untap the Emry, untap the mana rock, do it again, and you draw the library. If you have any mana rock in Emry and a 0-cost 0/0 creature like Stonecoil Serpent or Hangerback Walker, that generates infinite mana right there on its own. So yes, just about anything combined with Emry, any little toy and Paradox Engine goes infinite. But the beauty in the deck is that we don't have to win with Engine. It's just the constant threat of Engine. And what we can do in the meantime is play an artifact tribal kind of, not always beat down, not just kind of a mid-range go where the wind takes you value deck. We have so many cool value engines like the Reality Chip and Mystic Forge to go along with potentially very aggressive cards like Steel Overseer, Patchwork Automaton, and Metalwork Colossus. We also have 3 Karns in one deck. So what could possibly go wrong? And if that doesn't make them scoop, we can always cast Time Warp on ourselves multiple times. Let's dive in. Let Emry's his competitive Historic Brawl nonsense begin. Halana and Alena is a very good aggressive deck commander. Very good, very scary. We'll keep it. It's kind of a turn 3 Karn on the play, which can make some very big monsters, which we're gonna need. Lantern might be a value engine later with Emry once we get to that stage of the game. Trying to think of what I would get with the key. Probably the other key. Key to the archive. Try to hit a Wrath of God. I'm sorry, a Day of Judgment. It's a totally different card. Incubation Druid, alright. It starts next turn. Really need like a Frogify type effect, and we haven't been able to hit one. But let's play Karn and make some big monsters to try to head off this nonsense.
Some solutions must be built.
Yeah, this is gonna be a lot of mana because they're gonna get to put the counters on the Druid. So they have 6 mana available next turn. That Great Creator probably isn't going to help us much here. Here's Sai. Land. Key. Make Thopter. And make another big fatty. And yeah, we're gonna bring the fight to them. We're gonna show off what we can do when we're not a Paradox deck. Or at least try to. And see what they can do with all that power. All that Halana and Alena power. Oh, trample. Death touch. Oh my goodness, got Eternal Ronus. Indestructible, can't attack unless you control 4 or greater. That shouldn't be too hard. +2/+0 and trample. You. So they can, oh, they can do so many things. Alright. Rahilda. Doesn't give death touch though, so they still got a 6/6 to navigate. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know that I can beat this deck at its own game, and they have the interaction spell, the first removal of the game, so that's I don't see how I do this. But I'm going to try. Ooh! Ooh! But what if they were a frog? Alright, this thing has death touch and indestructible. Usually I frogify commanders. I think I'm supposed to frogify Ronus. Let's start with a plus. There's nowhere else to go.
His choice.
Spellbomb and Relic. Well, you know they're not going to give me the Spellbomb yet, but Karn can go get the Spellbomb. In a minute. Here's Emry. Right, now we can tap the Emry for a blue, right? And still hold up a mana. Is that even worth it? Not really. We might need the blocker. Frogified. Roar! They have a chump block. And then next turn they still have a ton of mana and a Rahilda, but we have a Thopter to chump with. I think we have to keep our aggressive posture. We can generate so many artifacts. Ooh, maybe I was supposed... If I sack Key, I can get Mox Diamond. But I can also just sack on end step and figure out what to do then. Hey, maybe we want Moonsnare Prototype. Just channel that sucker. The Raise Boar. And they're gonna give that thing haste. Oh my god. Whenever it attacks, it does have trample. You may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. But you're at 12. They are at 12. So they might have to block here. What do you got in that hand? King Kong? What is this? If it would deal combat damage, it deals double that damage. They all trample, no blocks. All right, we got to find a way to get lethal. But the opponent at 12.
There's always another fight.
All right, return it to the hand. Cool. Now we can do this. See what we get. Oh yeah, we have the Spell Bomb. We can Karn into the Spell Bomb. Maybe we do just want like something super cheap. The Prototype is 5 mana to channel. It's so much. It's way too much. Let's just grab Mox Amber. That'll do. Holy crap, that'll do. Let's get some artifacts on the field first. One, two, three, four. Yeah. I target me, I bounce you. Oh my goodness. I think we just tempoed this sucker off the top. I mean... You gotta... Oh no, heroic intervention! Wait. Okay, so they gain indestructible. And they don't get bounced. Do I still get an extra turn? Okay. Sorry, I had a moment. I was afraid. Wait, we can't cast that now. Darn it. Ah, it was supposed to be the map. I'm choking. All right, indestructible means no point in attacking. I can sack this and draw. All right, if we attack with both, they could double block one, and then they go to 7, and then they have 2 blockers the next turn. So no attacks. All right, that wears off. Spellbomb doesn't do it now. Heroic frickin' intervention. Head rubbing intensifies. I know. All right, go get the Spellbomb that the other Karn exiled. Play that. 7/7. This is 8. This is 9. But then we have to bounce it, right? So we're forcing a chump block. That chump block is forced either way. Either way. What if we bounce, get it back, bounce? Bounce, cast it. Bounce, cast it. Okay. I think I have it. But I already did my math wrong once, and I'm very nervous. All right. That's it. We found the line. Oh my God. I would have been so mad if I missed it. Okay. We found the line. Teferi. I know. I published that deck. The deck is toxic and evil. And this hand would normally be very good, but on the draw against Teferi, I feel like you need a counterspell or you just get absolutely destroyed. What does Moon Silver Key get? Not the thing we probably need. Probably just a Mox Amber. But we do have the engine. So we're threatening to just win out of nowhere. So I guess we'll keep it on the engine. Spellbomb probably isn't great here, but at least they won't get like a creature that they get to untap. Oh, that's a good draw. We'll get all that out. You know what's probably good against them is Karn, if we can find a way to get Karn. Go ahead, kill it. Oh, exile it. No, that's not fine. Well, that's rude. But hey, it didn't hit Emry. Could have been worse. And they didn't have Wash Away. And we have 2 artifacts in the graveyard now, including a 0. That's nice. They got the Ornithopter. We can bounce that, and we will. Gotta set that back. Okay. Ramp. Get our freebie, which is the Crypt. If I had done it differently, if I had started with the Moonsnare prototype, it could have tapped this for colorless. I think I might have been able to have the prototype down here instead of the Crypt, since the prototype breaks even. That's a good card. I don't know why everybody's have that two against me today.
I have just the trick for this.
So what do we do? Wouldn't say I have a loop yet. I mean, I have a loop without the Narset. Do we just go for it and make them have the answer to it? They might not. Or we could play this Hangerback Walker and try to beat the Narset down. What are they going to do? They're going to play Teferi. They're going to play some stuff. They're going to get in the way. Should probably resolve this while we can. So that's infinite mana. Can we get out of this with infinite mana without drawing a card? If I could get this back to my hand, I could, but I can't channel it from there. I can draw most of my deck, though, right? That's pretty good. Or I can activate the key a lot is what I'm trying to say. So we can get all of our mana artifacts out and we can access all of these cards. Do any of them beat Narset? I mean, we might get a Time Warp out of the key. So I guess that's the plan. I got you. Well, we'll start at the low ones and work from there. And then we do have to actually make sure that we get time for all of this. I probably need to stop thinking and start playing Magic, huh? Keep the mana rocks coming. Okay, they're gonna scoop to endless mana rocks, probably because it takes forever. So, is there a way I win that game from that position? Because it's a pretty unique situation where, how do I get out of the Narset? Because I could draw my deck in theory. Now, I can mill my deck with Emry, but that doesn't mean I can cast, because I can start Aether Spellbombing, returning Emry to my hand, but that doesn't really do it. If I could get to the Tome, I could do it, but Emry would be summoning sick. Let's see. We can get all the basic lands we want. I mean, I think that the hope is that you hit off key, that you hit something to kill the Emry. If you do that, we're going to win. If you don't do that, since the Moonsnare prototype was already used, we can't channel away the Emry with it. Yeah. This is it's a really interesting one. Remember, we can't just like pop Midnight Clock, right? Because we don't draw any cards. So yeah, that was a really interesting spot. And I'm not sure. I am honestly not sure. I need a way to either to like get this back in my hand somehow. Maybe a way to turn it into a creature so I could return it to my hand. But yeah, doing it all in one turn was going to be hard, but it was going to take forever. And we were going to search our library for every single land and every single mana rock. We were going to make infinite mana. We were going to make a very large Hangerback Walker. I mean, somewhere in there, maybe we find some way to beat them. Joda. Joda. Soft. You soft, Joda. Uro. Usually just all ramp and counter spells and a few big creatures when you play against this deck. We'll keep it. We've got Wash Away. Wash Away can make Uro a little slower. The real question is whether or not to save Wash Away till Uro's coming out of the graveyard or to just use it right away. Baby Serpent. Can block Uro all day, man. Let's go. You got nothing on me. Snake go hiss. Alright, I don't think I'm going to counter the first Uroing. The turn 2 Uroing. I think I'm going to try to ramp with the idol. We're going to try to stay ahead of him on mana. Key. Okay, we do not get the first Uroing. Yeah, I think Wash Away has to wait till Uro's in the graveyard. If we just counter it there, they like go to the graveyard and then just bring it out later. It's not good. Paradoxical Outcome could get very interesting. We're gonna miss a land drop. It looks, well, tap land. It's fine. Could play Key. I think we just ramp. And I don't want to trade this for that. It's my Uro blocker. Also keeps my Emry cheap. It's a Paradoxical Outcome card. Questing Beast? I didn't expect that. Eventually we're going to have to care about that. I did not expect the opponent to play that card. I guess you got to deal with those kind of critters somehow. We could metamorph it. That's one way to face down the sucker. Well, first, let's see what goes to the graveyard when we Emry. Bankbuster. Celestis. We have Paradoxical Outcome. We have Key. I guess we're going to play Key, hold up Wash Away. I don't know if that's actually going to matter, but... Rah! I also have a questing beast. Would you like to block it? If they do, Emry can cast the Metamorph again next turn. They take it. Could hold up Wash Away as just a straight up, 3 mana counter target thing, but I think they're going to have their Uro turn. And we might be able to mess with it. So we'll play Key. Also threatening to activate Key. Level 2 Wizard class. Okay. What you doing? What you doing? Here's Uro. Cards in graveyard are 1. Yeah, let's disrupt. That's a block. All right, Uro's in the graveyard now. Got Paradoxical Outcome. Let's use the key. Let's go get the Amber. Could play the key again and keep fetching up things like this. Like cheap artifact rocks. Metamorph, though, becomes a 3 mana for another mirror is so much mana. Maybe I just ramp. Yeah, we'll just ramp. I don't want to get the outcome countered too much, but we'll see what happens. Nothing? Nothing happens. Well, then in that case we sit. No need to raise. Oh, I can't wait to turn Uro into a frog. All right, let's just get our Bank Buster. Opponent has conspicuous Sublime Epiphany mana, so let's hang out. Or Thrix the Sudden Storm. Now mana value 5 can't. They cost 1 less to cast and it can't be countered. Okay. Scary. I draw a card. Frogify. Well, that'll be useful in a turn. It's not very useful right this turn. Let's see what they've got. Coma. Yeah. Yeah. That's a lot. 1 mana open. Let's chill. Utawara. Coma. Enchant you. Resolves. All right, do I save this for Uro? This card is a pain, but am I afraid of it? I can metamorph. If I metamorph this, is it a 1/1? Hold on. Maybe I did this in the wrong order, but for science, we have to know. Who's the king of the coma now? I have 2 legendaries. We're gonna hold this. It's like an unsummon. I got an artifact coma. You got a frog. This is awesome. This is the stuff that dreams are made of. +1/+1 for each land you control? Ooh, that could be huge, but Coma can tap it. Galta! Wow. Our opponent is a gamer. An absolute Chad. Gonna take a lot of serpents to tap all this. All right, we're down to 9. Let's draw. Patience, patience, patience. All right, I'm gonna bounce this big thing because it's a lot of mana to recast. Kuma. We got a Karn. Karn doesn't do anything to them right now. Key. Key comes down. Key can fetch Moonsnare prototype, which can be an instant speed thing. Are we gonna frogify a Ghalta? I think we're just gonna tap a Ghalta. All right, we chill. We're just chilling. No big deal here. Life total is getting low. Maybe we just block a Ghalta. Nah. What am I, crazy? What does this do? Level 3. Whenever you draw a card, put a counter on target creature. Okay. Okay, then. Battle Mammoth. Whenever a permanent becomes targeted. No! Wait a minute. No! I forgot about you! Alright. Alright. Way too excited by all these creatures. All these big monsters are starting to scare me. Okay. Okay. Just let me do my thing. We're gonna get out of this. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be totally fine. Whenever it becomes the target of a spell or ability. Okay, so that includes the coma. We draw. Sundering. Cool. All right, we use key. We go get. We could get the prototype. Probably just supposed to get this key and try to go infinite here. Just take all the turns. Let's get back the Buster. Let's get the Mox Amber. And let's get the Stone Coil. Could get the Emry. Yeah, this is good. All right, big turn coming. How does one find a Paradox engine in this library? Let's see what we get with key before we worry about everything else. D-Spark, Crozing Grip, Lightning Helix. We'll take a D-Spark. What do we want to return to hand? The key? Try to go infinite. Nothing I can get and cast here. So I guess we'll play the armor. Roar! Their coma blocks. Gotta get that transmutation off them. Also keeps the metamorph from copying it in the future, so I get it. Alright, my turn. Island. Let's try this again. Key. Day of Judgment. Seems very good here. Wish I still had the paradoxical outcome, but okay. So, can we cast it? I don't see the white mana, and I don't see the way to untap the key. We can get back the... How much? I can get a Celestis. Can just frogify this so that they don't draw cards in the future. Hate that, though. Alright. Let's get back the Celestis. Now I can... Can't quite D-Spark, right? This makes green. Which is so random and weird. Alright, play you on 1. You can chump the Sudden Storm because we're still at 9 after all. And then play you and draw a card. All right. Big turn. Didn't equip leather armor. Fail. What a disaster. Bronto returns. The uncounterable, I will add, Bronto returns. Didn't know if you guys knew that. Oh, Galta's gonna rumble? Alright, so this goes here. 2, 3, 4. These go here? That's 12. Probably better to do this and just sack one of them, right? If they're... Okay, this isn't even taking lethal. Right? I think so. What? What? What just happened? I'm gonna have to go watch that back. I looked at the order. I'm so confused. Is this an MTG Arena problem or a me problem? I'm so confused. Pay 1. On another key. I'm really trying to get these time warps. Can't do it. Cannot live a time warp life here. Helix, I guess. Day of Judgment. Let's play our Oracle and get the power 9 into our deck. Let's play Emry. There goes a time warp. Drew up. I keep looking to see if I exiled a good artifact for the Karn. That's in case you're wondering. Alright, let's pass. Is it Uro time? After so long, so much waiting, it is Uro time. Root Coil Creeper, sure. Good little Lightning Helix target. And a Pixie. You play a lot of creatures for an Uro deck. It's completely not what I expected. Terminal. Black freaking Lotus? With Emry? It's a lot of mana. It's a lot of mana. Let's see what we can do with it. Why did it tap the freaking key to the archive? Why? All right. So first things first. You're a frog. I know. Tragic. Let's try a little of this. Little day-night shenaniganry. Got enough land here for sure. Let's play the terminal. Drop this. Familiar, huh? Don't think we need this Karn. Although, I've seen things go pretty wrong. D-Spark doesn't currently have a target, but we can cast artifacts from our graveyard, so... So many choices. I'll take this one. Ooh, baby. Raw. Inventor's Fair. That's a Paradox engine. All right. Don't see any flashback. I don't see anything to cast from graveyard. I think we're okay to chill. I think so. It's gonna be hard to beat a Lightning Helix, right? Goodbye, Black Lotus. Could have sacked the Buried Ruin to get the Black Lotus back again. I didn't. Hate me. You can hate me now. All right. Tome of the Infinite. Here we go. Let's lock this sucker up. What a weird game. And I played so bad. Ooh, don't tell him. The real question is, does the opponent want to play? I don't know why it keeps on canceling that. Key, I guess? Oh, 2 keys. That's why it's doing that. Into the north, out of there. Network tunnel, tap and untapped, sure. Doesn't really matter, but we're just trying to get through the deck. They do want to play. You don't see them like that too often. The duress we don't need. Signet we don't need. Key sack. If they're gonna have me do it, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it right. Because that's the way I like to play Magic. You can't tell me I'm wrong. All right, what do we really need to win? Extra turns? I mean, this helps. We can probably stop QQing. Takes a lot of work, right? I just need to activate this tome a billion times and we're fine. Mega Bird coming at ya. Lightning bolt your face. Fog, no thank you. Running just a little low on mana there. Oxjet will handle it. Light of Hope. Another +1/+1. Assault Strobe is lethal. We just need to draw it. Well, conjure it. Giant growth. Almost there. 2x speed checking in, baby. 2x speed checking in. Let's check in on the complainers. How are you guys doing out there? cHB in Paradox Engine is so toxic. It's banned in Commander. It shouldn't be legal in Historic Brawl. You're not playing Commander. You're not. Get over it. You're playing Historic Brawl. Look at them. They stuck through it all. What a freaking champion. And this is a cutthroat destroy everything. And thankfully also, it's completely kind of like between QQ and the auto tapper, you can manually get through a lot of this stuff. It's not like the last 5 minutes of your life were the worst 5 minutes you've ever lived. That or you are the most privileged person on the planet. Paradox Engine is fine. Oh, we've got a proper Hell Q matchup, I was about to say. But apparently this Teferi Time Raveler player with a card that literally says opponent can't cast spells during your turn is a little scared of a little merfolk wizard and some blue mana. Get lost. You're making Teferi look soft. On the play, but only one land against Muxus is not good enough. That's a lot of land, and I guess we'll keep it. It does move, you know, Emry, Foundry Inspector. Possibly we get something from the graveyard with the Emry on the cheap. And there's the Paradox Engine. Okay, there's a Maze Mind Tome and a key to the archive down there. Ugh, +1/+1. Whenever a goblin dies, exile the top card of your library. It's a creature may cast it. Ugh, it's a scary card. Exile up to one card from a graveyard, draw a card. I can sack this, but it doesn't make mana. All right. So I have to decide whether or not to play the Inspector or the Mind Stone. I kind of think I need to shut this down. So I'm going to get the Mind Stone. I'm going to play the Mind Stone. And pass the turn. And see what the opponent thinks they need to do. I think I might need to subdue this sucker. I always thought it was sub-duel, like they duel each other. Like we're, you know, people have subs. We duel each other. All right, that might have to lose its abilities. That may really have to lose its abilities. That card is a quicker clock than this thing can hope to be. All right, key. What do we get? Helix. I'll take Helix. What do we get rid of? I'll get rid of the war. We have the Paradox Engine. We're almost home. Honestly, it might be right to hold this because it's a 1-mana play to make the engine go burr. Yeah, we'll sack the Lantern instead and draw. Don't kill Emry and we're fine. And even if you do, we have a pretty good turn lined up. All right, Ringleader. Goblins going burr. There's a Crater Maker, which would have been really good against us. Submit 0. We'll just draw. Enforcer. Okay. There's the engine. Did it. Infinite mana. Wait, no. QQ. Make blue, make blue. There we go. And then sack. Submit 0. Draw. Target it. And now it's all about click equity. Like, how can we do this in the least clicks? Reconfigure here. Play this. QQ. Cast this. And return. Let's just go with these two. Should be plenty. All right, it looks like they're gonna have me play it, which is interesting. So how do I actually win is now always the fun part. I could be using Emry to get stuff from the graveyard. I'm just trying to move. There's a million things you could do, but at this point in the game, you've probably seen it all. At this point in the video, you know how this goes. It's all about finding the win cons and having yourself a really good time, which I'm gonna be honest, I do still enjoy this. I don't care what nobody says. It brings me sick satisfaction. There you go. Now we got multiple turns in the bag. I don't think I even need to do the QQ anymore. Who cares if we have all this mana or not? Just go to town, baby. The question becomes, can you kill them this turn? And when we have multiple turns, you don't need to, but you can. Infinite mana if you just have a 0 in the graveyard, so why not? Go get the lands out of the deck. I just want to have an arbitrarily large, giant artifact creature colossus of some kind on the battlefield. Is that too much to ask? And once we get all the cost reduction in, it's easy mode, baby. Let's go to the moon. How much can we cast? Can we cast the whole deck before we run out of time? That's the real question. Who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? Another key is nice. Who knows what we'll hit? Lightning bolt? Why not? It's fun. It's all in a good time. All right, how else do we clear the top of our deck? What are all these lands doing here? What happened to my good time? All right. Okay. Sure. You think I'm done? You think a billion lands in a row will stop me? Nothing will stop cHB from playing the entire library. There's the tome. Tome will try to go absolutely crazy here. Bang bang. Every spell cast, we tome. Why don't... I mean, some people love the fishbowl in this kind of deck. I do not think the fishbowl matters. Oh, wow, nothing else has some... The only thing without summoning sickness is Emry. That's pretty funny. Yes, fishbowl is not what... Fishbowl is not important. Aetherflux Reservoir, you'll win eventually, right? It's all about... Some people are lazy. No, it's not even that. It's that they don't know how to savor the moment. They don't know how lucky they have it to be able to sit here and do absolute Magic the Gathering nonsense for fun and pleasure at the opponent's complete, absolute expense. They just don't understand how great of a thing that is. The real question is, can you get there? One time out to go. One time out to go. Why not? Where'd my tome go, by the way? It's hiding. Tome? Tome? I'm trying to... guys, I gotta do a thing here. Nope, that ain't it. Where is it? Bolt! Bolt your face. That'll do. Come on, Bolt. Got to get every activation of the tome out of it that you can. All right, attack you. And now we're in combat, so we got to use this, every little bit of this attack thing that we can. I'm trying. I'm trying to finish it in one here. It takes a little miracle, but we're doing our best. Oh, there's the strobe. Nope. 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 Strobe won't do. It's a sorcery. A tragedy, if ever there really was one, and it is what just happened here in this game, where we weren't able to kill them in the one turn that we wanted to. And now we have to just go to our next turn and draw these cards and attack. Oh man. Watch time. Wow, you stayed all the way to the end of that Emry competitive Historic Brawl video, which means you probably liked it, which means you should hit the like button. And if you didn't like it, don't worry about that. There'll be a new video tomorrow. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I'll see you in the next video. You're cool.